Ladies and gentlemen, it's Real Late on Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and excited to have this dude in the building. Been hearing about you for a couple years now almost, and things are really starting to pop. We got Nick Grant here today. How are you, bro?
I'm good, my brother. What's up? What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. Welcome, first of all. You're doing the whole radio promo thing. You're in like real rapper mode right now.
Absolutely.
Now, where are you from? Are you originally from Atlanta, or you moved to Atlanta?
Now I moved to Atlanta when I was 14. I'm from South Carolina, small town called Walterboro, South Carolina. It's like in between Columbia and Charleston.
And was there a rap scene there growing up? Like,
not at all. So TV kind of raised me, and being that we didn't have any artists to aspire to, it was like we got to choose who we loved and wanted to be like.
And so, who'd you choose? Where'd you lean as a South Carolinian?
Man, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Tribe Called Quest, Gas Effects, Busta Rhymes. But it wasn't just hip-hop. It was Frankie Beverly and Maze, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, a lot of different things.
It's interesting because you, congratulations, by the way, you did the BET Hip Hop Award Cypher this week.
Yeah, thank you.
And in my opinion, you dominated your cypher.
Thank you.
And I know this could be taken away, but it is what it is. The interesting thing about your cypher is that if you were to watch your whole cypher, when you walked away, you would have thought you were the New Yorker.
Wow.
That's what I thought. Like swag, not just skill-wise, but swag-wise and delivery-wise and content-wise. I was like, I feel like New Yorkers would really gravitate towards you when they saw that. So it's interesting that you have that pass from South Carolina. But like at the time in which you were a kid, I mean, listen, it was... So you grew up in an era that was, just on the verge of when New York handed the torch to Atlanta, or Atlanta grabbed the torch, or was it already popping?
It was already popping.
It was already popping.
It was like...
But your roots just felt more in New York.
Exactly. I mean, when the first video I ever saw and was like, yo, I want to be that, was like Big Papa. Notorious B.I.G. It was like, he made it look so effortless and cool. It was like, man, this is what I want to do. It looked like he had fun. So yeah, that was like the first rap song that I ever learned.
As a result, like socially, in terms of like other kids you knew, did you stand out from your friends? Were they always like, turn that off, or was everyone on the same page?
I mean, it was like different because I would go outside and play, but when I was in the house, it was just all music. You know what I mean? So.
What were your friends into though? Were they listening to only Southern stuff?
Nah, at that time when I first got into hip hop, I don't even know if they was really listening to music. I got on it.
You were so young.
Very early, yeah. I was like 6 years old.
What was it about music, though, that you gravitated towards?
I just loved it, man. I just loved, like, even at a younger age, my brother would just play this stuff, like, indirectly, and I just gravitated toward it. I just loved it, like, figuring out lyrics and, up until the time I was, like, 13, that was, like, the best thing to do, for me. Yeah.
How do you feel this time that you're coming out? Do you think this is a good time? Like, I think this is a really good time for an artist like you. I think maybe 5 to 8 years ago, you might have not had an avenue in which there could be a place for you, but I think right now there is. Right. What's your take on it?
Absolutely, I think so. I think it's, stuff that people should say that aren't being touched, topics that aren't being touched that I speak on, and so, that makes me stand out a little more. So, yeah.
What current artists are there right now that you are into? Like, if you could be on a tour with other artists and be like, this would be a good show. You just want to be out there.
I'm saying I can name anybody, like Kendrick, J. Cole. Those are like my favorite artists right now. I love what they're doing. But I like Joey Badass, Big Crit. He's like one of my favorite artists. Yeah.
Because I think sometimes a lot of times the old school heads that listen to this show will come up to me and be like, there's not any this anymore. There's not any that anymore. And I'm actually like, wow, there's actually a lot of it. You just got to be willing to spend time. I mean,
find it for sure. You
know what I'm saying? Now we're seeing it. We're seeing Vince Staples get his due.
Yeah.
Guys who really are rappers, like pure MCs. Earl Sweatshirt was. Earl kind of started it. It was kind of underrated early in the rappers with buzz, generated sheerly by the fact that they had bars.
Exactly.
Because when I first heard Earl like 5-6 years ago, whatever that was, when he was a kid, the first thing was like, whoa, this kid's just got a natural ability to spit.
Right.
Really, really spit.
Yeah.
And now, like names you mentioned, you have Kendrick and Cole who around the same time, they started bubbling. You have Joey doing his thing, Nick Caution from Pro Era, who's also doing his thing. The Zombies rap. We know Bronson raps.
Exactly.
Like Crit raps.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people out there now. I just think it's an interesting time. So let's play your new record right now.
Get up.
A few weeks ago, I did something on this show where I was playing. It was the day the Travis album came out. And I went like super hard for the Travis album. And I was like all excited to play all these Travis records. And I was like, call me up right now, doing my best, Funkmaster Rosenberg, like geeked up to play new music and start it over again. And I was super excited. And then I honestly didn't get much feedback. Now, that's not the reason I believe that is the case is because I don't think that the generation of Travis Scott listeners goes to find Travis Scott on the radio. Right. They listen on the internet and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then later that night, I was like, let's play a game called Challenge Rosenberg.
Right.
You call up, you try to request an old school record and see if I don't have it. Bro, the phone, I thought, because when I did the Travis thing and no one called, I'm like, damn, no one listened to my show. It's frigid for me out here. No one's even listening anymore. And then when we did the challenge me with an old school record, when I tell you the lines where every line was lit for 40 minutes straight, I mean, wow. And I was like, wow, it really showed a generational gap in terms of even with this show, who tunes in on Sunday night to try what they're trying to hear. Yeah. So I hope that from this, people got to hear just even on that one record when you spit bars it a little bit and hear what you're about, because like I said, I think there's a lot of talented MCs like yourself.
Thank you.
And yes, the blog world knows about you and kids know about you, but I think it's important that some of these older fans who are searching for like bars find you as well.
For sure, absolutely.
Granted, you may not want all of them at your show because you can only have so much FUBU, you know what I'm saying, and Nietzsche at one concert. There may be a problem. Honestly, with that much Carl Kanai, the metal detectors might go off because the metal plate on that Carl Kanai might set things off. But I do think it's important that those people find this music. I mean, people like me, honestly, who that's sort of the gut reaction, what you're into. Yeah. So we talked about your upbringing a little bit, and how Biggie was the first person. Who do you rank? Who's like when people talk about the greatest of all time? Obviously Biggie. Let's even exclude Biggie and Pac from the conversation.
Yeah, I always do that. I feel like that's such like the standard.
It's like there's no point being like, well, Big, Pac. It's like if you don't say that, people are just gonna come for you.
Exactly.
So who are some of the other names that you throw out there in terms of great MCs?
Oh man, Scarface. The Fix was like an album that like really changed my life and made me look at rap different.
The Fix is so good,
The Fix is crazy. But the two MCs for me were like Nas and Andre 3000. Being that I was a Southern boy, I can relate to like 3000's content and Nas because it was like the intricacy and like his bars and stuff he would say in one line, like every word rhymed.
What was your Nas album? Because you're probably a little young for necessarily Illmatic to be the one. Was there another one that was like?
It Was Written. It was like my favorite Nas album.
It's so funny. Schoolboy Q's favorite albums, It Was Written also. Yeah. Whereas like for people my age, that was like blasphemy at the time. Someone came up and was like, well, my favorite album is It Was Written. It was like, well, you're a sucker, so.
I used to play Take It in Blood like every day.
Well, you go back now and you realize how good the album was.
Yeah.
But at the time, people were weirded out a little bit by that change to Esco. Like, rap history gets rewritten over and over again. Right. Because what happens is, as time goes on, ultimately people's story is comprised of their whole body of work. Right. So you ignore, in retrospect, the things that annoyed you at the time. Right. Like Quiet Is Kept, when If I Ruled the World came out, people were like, what is this? Yeah. He went and jacked Curtis Blow and put Lauryn Hill on the chorus. Like, where are we going? Like, that was a commercial record. There's some songs like that get played. Yo, Hate Me Now. Hate Me Now I was disgusted. I wouldn't even stand near Hate Me Now. Man. I thought the beat was, that was like Puffy and Nas made me like want to blow my brains out at the time. And then you go back and years pass and you're like, yo, that was a great moment.
That was dope. Exactly.
Are you, have you been paying attention to, well, it's kind of hard to avoid at this point, the politics that have been taking over the world these days?
A little bit, man. I just feel like it's like picking the lesser of the two evils.
But are you picking?
I don't know, to be honest.
Are you registered?
Yeah, I am.
You're registered to vote.
Yeah.
But you haven't decided. So what would let's just cut right to the chase. What would be bad enough about Hillary that would make you think I'm not gonna just go vote for Hillary to make sure Donald Trump doesn't become president? That's where I think I have to go to at this point if someone says they're undecided.
No, if I was voting, it would be for her.
You haven't decided
if I'm going to vote. That's what I'm saying.
Now, you realize in Georgia, you were in a state that could very easily, and I'm guessing is projected to go for Donald Trump.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, We have to do that.
You should think about it. We think about it.
Sure, absolutely.
But I just feel that the lesser of two evils statement, I feel it's overstated.
Wow.
Because I want to know the evil of Hillary. I just want to know. I mean, they did a great job presenting the super predator conversation. The Republicans set that up to get black people to be anti-Hillary. And let me tell you, it works like a charm. You would have thought Hillary was president when that happened. You would have thought she was actually dictating what happened back then.
Right, yeah.
But she wasn't.
Right.
And you would also think that that statement was about her wanting to say things about like innocent children.
Yeah.
She was actually, I'm just saying, and I don't support the word super predator. Obviously, it's a crazy term.
Right.
But let's just be clear. She was talking about people who were poisoning the community.
Exactly.
They were talking about, I mean, you might have seen the clip when Bill got super raw that one day when Bill was like, hold on 1 second. I'm going to explain what the hell we were talking about. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm getting passionate because this movie is just starting to scare me. Because every time I think it's over, it's like a horror movie that won't end. Right. Donald Trump is like friggin' Freddy Krueger. Every time you think he's done, he's like, and crawls back out again.
Right back.
Were you able to vote for President Obama?
I was.
What did that feel like for you?
Oh man, that was amazing. Hopefully we see it again, but I just wanted to be a part of that moment because I knew it was going to be historical. So.
Well, I got bad news for you. It won't be President Obama again, unfortunately.
Not him,
That's
but
sealed
just
up. Unless they change the rules again, he gets on his FDR. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But it's been amazing to have someone in the White House who you identify with on a human level,
right?
And then beyond the fact that kids growing up get to see the first family be who they are is incredible. Now, I could ramble on and on. Are you into sports at all? Are you into?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are your
basketball is like my favorite sport. Yeah.
Who's your team?
It used to be the Bulls, but
What does that mean? It used to be the Bulls.
I mean, like how I am now, I'm just like I'm a fan of just players for real.
Why did that happen so much with the youth? What happened? Amir?
It's not the same.
We grew up hating friends because of the teams they like. That's the point. Yeah. You see your manager's wearing a disgusting Cowboys hat right now. This is what we do. We fight over these. But now I feel like everyone roots for players more than teams. You were a Bulls fan. Why aren't you still a Bulls fan?
Man, Jordan left.
That was it. You checked out.
Yeah.
But you got D Wade now.
We got to see how that works out.
And then you decide, see, this is when you're going to come on board. You know what, let's not talk about sports. Let's talk about these rhymes. Where do you want me to go? What are you in the mood for?
Anything boom bap.
Anything boom bap is what you want. See, but I feel like because I know you have bars, it gets me very excited to pick something that's like special. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Everyone sit. Hold for it. Oh, man, let me tell you about these selections I have. All right, let's start here. Real Late Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg. Nick Grant is in the building on a Sunday night in New York.
Turn me up a little bit, the beat up a little bit. Nowadays you get done by a nigga that's not the shooter. 6 million ways to die, beggars can't be choosers. Fly guy since 5 eyes glued to the tube. Experience is everything while I'm getting blue by a cougar. Rap ruler, clean nigga, tell me how needin' my. Shorty got me in mind. I'm only focused on me and mine. Food for thought, baby, I'm trying to feed the blind. Trust that I'm horny too, but I'll never cease to grind. Carolina bro shit, as my world twist, swerve shit. I'm that nigga make your girl hit splits. Come get your pearl lick, make it tighter than my verses. Little man, the shooter, all he needs a little encouragement. Only got love for the people that's around me. I'm a rebel, rap game full of walking zombies. Can't find your mommy, they tying up your auntie. Face covered like the stones and my watch Islamic. This the type of shit you should avoid if you could. I always root for the villain, baby, surely I'm good. Watching all you niggas jump out the window with all that fuck shit. You like Trey from Boys in the Hood. Met Gala Flyers, no I don't need a stylist. My blood is deep rooted, Jimmy Fallon, niggas scatter. Success is overthinking shit that really matters. I get it, rappers, a pound of beats and a pinch of talent. Include your chain and your bitch, I too would be distracted. Banana boat killers with 9 millers to peel you backwards. Blazer on me like I'm in the fashion, the same Paris passion. Rappers die broke, but know the fame's everlasting. Clubber lane chain swing, I'm not the one to match with. Love if you nasty, lady says she a sad, yes. We savages, get a competition, my ass to kiss. You motherfuckers ask for this. Smooth killers doing drive-bys, the Maxwell hits. Pretty wings on the new car, the classic shit. Bittersweet, I'm the perfect blend of class and savageness. Just think they used to laugh at me.
Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Nick Grant. I get the sense that you have, it just feels like you have a head full of rhymes. Does it feel like you just constantly have rhymes in your head?
Absolutely. All the time. You got another one? That's another one?
This one's pretty tight. I'll play one more.
Yeah.
Real late Sunday night, New York. From South Carolina, Atlanta to New York.
Check. I'm Gil Scott Heroin. Here to give America a dose of their own medicine. Who I ain't better than. You should watch who you bet against. Exposed hearts of jealous men. Predator felon. Mama's bestie molested them. Killers vanish cause feds tamper with evidence. Long as the soul's wealthy, we cool cause we were never rich. Sweat me like Fed pressure, was left for dead. Sorry I'm misleading, Miss Lady, all I wanted was head. Sipping wine imported, my rhyme style is gorgeous. About my money, this is worse than Sally Mae extortion. Don't know what's real, it's like I'm looking through the eyes of orphans. The newest Benz turning like some disappointed corpses. Old head stories of how they was the shit in they day. The world bleeds, minstrel shows, get tickets today. 200 on the car dash with a trunk full of yay. Life's good, no more reruns of minimum wage. Still a model with no dollar to my name. A nation in debt, and here we are begging for change. All for nothing, another brother slain. Death is a tough exchange. Trump even run the game. All aboard the coon train, clown Sambo painted faces, you frontin', so embarrassing. Tap dancing for whitey get you nothing but a penny for your thoughts. If all times are good, do you know who you really are? I need the bad times, adversity gets you far. This verse is a key of raw. Babies die young, remember you via the Project Wall. My generation needs a Red Fox, Selena Horn. Feel like I'm the one to put us on top where we belong. Walking Fred Hampton agenda, I'm too intensive. My shit is poison to these rap pretenders who swear they trap but never seen a pack. This epidemic of twisting facts. Still we celebrate your backwards image. It gotta be more.
God damn! Nick Grant, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you look him up. Nick Grant Music. Look him up. When is we have you, first of all, October 18th, right around the corner. In a couple weeks, we will have you at Hot 97's Who's Next Live, October 18th.
Nice.
Come hear these bars. And what do you have a new project coming soon?
New project coming December called Return of the Cool. It's like the return of lyricism, what I feel like, return of content, return of topics that people don't touch on, like I said earlier. Putting the soul back into this hip-hop thing, man.
Yo, this feels good.
Thank you, man.
I'm happy to be here. This is where I want to be.
Thank you for having me, man.
Of course, man.